always said that Ripple custody is going to be one of the most important things to pay attention to on the street. And if we really look at it now, it looks like Ripple custody was one of the most important things we should have been paying attention to. It makes me happy that I made movies about this and why it's definitely a very important problem, because now we almost have everything we want so that the big actions can begin. And when I say big actions, I don't just mean charge moving. I also mean the actions of TradFi shifting on chain. Now that that's out of the way, welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Johnny. For those who are new to the channel, I hope you become a subscriber by the end of this video. Looking at this post from November 2024, it was made by XRP Trops, and it talks about Ripple's custody guide for banks. It lists a number of use cases for banks to use Ripple custody in the future as crypto exchanges grow. Here's a copy of the Ripple website's Digital Asset Custody Guide for Banks. Digital Asset Custody Quick Guide for Banks. Use cases for banks by using virtual asset custody and tokenization technology that lets them do everything. They work and how safe they are, as well as flexible deployment, customer hosted environments, or hybrid or flexible key management models. Multi-party computing and /or hardware security modules are new ideas that banks can bring to the market. These include tokenization and virtual asset servicing use cases, such as the issuance and custody of tokenized securities and real-world asset RWAs, cryptocurrency custody and buying, and wallets for institutional, high net worth, and retail customers. The tokenized securities registry platform worked as a service for institutional investors, building sub-custody networks for global service coverage, established products with crypto and digital asset underlying issuance and custody of commodity-sponsored tokens, allowing a wider range of investors to invest right away in commodities like gold and other rare metals. On public or private blockchains, we'll see that with Ripple custody, all of this is taken into account. And on the bottom, we have all those big banks forged with society. The following banks offer crypto custody services to banks: VP Bank BCB Group, General BBVA DZ Bank, Deca Bank, Union Bank DBS, Zodiac Custody with Standard Chartered Roll Match VDX, and also Go FinTech, guys. Ripple is becoming the bank of banks over here at the Smoke Dog. This is why Ripple started crypto custody for banks. Trump will likely overturn Biden's veto of SB 121, which will allow U.S. Tier 1 funding banks to start giving crypto custody services. This will allow U.S. banks to use crypto custody is expected to become available to customers by 2025. Ripple predicted this would happen in 2020 when the OCA issued a letter saying that nationally chartered banks have the authority to offer crypto custody services to customers. The chance for banks to secure the position in the custody of tokenized property is both lucrative and inevitable, and neither banks nor Ripple plan to miss it. This was published in November of last year, and it's already had a red sweep. What are the implications? Basics were just stepped up another notch after the unexpected overturn of Biden's SAB 121 veto by Trump. Now that we're looking at this, there's a lot of talk about SAP 121. The upcoming repeal of SAP 121 is the single biggest thing that will cause prices to rise in crypto and Bitcoin Bank's ability to store crypto, where you'll be able to borrow against your crypto. For example, what would the price of real estate be if there were no mortgages and you had to pay in cash? To a snowball effect of new kingdom states that fit the structure of the country kingdom, stockpiling, which will lead to more calls for better cost. If we go back over here, we have from Fred Thiel, chairman and CEO of Mara Holdings. If you guys don't know, that company mines Bitcoin, and the winds of truth are starting to blow. The CEO of Bank of America says that banks will start accepting crypto payments if regulators allow it. I did talk about this when it was first introduced, and we talked about it a lot. For example, we had a conversation with Christine Carlo, who has supported Ripple and XRP for many years, even back to 2020 when the lawsuit was first filed. Carlo is also a former chairman of the Federal Reserve and one of the people behind the Digital Dollar Project. Fred, will happen, so pay attention. I wrote this post because, as you may remember, Ripple did tell us that the U.S. after a partial win in the CAC fight, banks will have to use the XRP cryptocurrency. I even said that you should remember that Ripple showed that the U.S. 2023, banks will have to use XRP. I think the floodgates are about to open with banks rushing to offer crypto products and, in the long run, combine crypto into regular methods. Guys, Bank of America has said that they want to use cryptocurrency for payments. So how can they do this? They either need to store cryptocurrency themselves, or we already know that Ripple has everything under control, but we just saw a big move on the part of the SEC. The acting chairman of the SEC, Mark Ueda, started a crypto mission force whose job it is to create a complete and clean regulatory framework for crypto property. Pierce will lead the venture pressure along with other people. Senior consultant in marketing